I'm one person, really. I don't think, unless you are one of those sole operators, because without the camera guy, you haven't got any good pictures, and without the editor and the sounder, so I think everyone's role is pretty crucial to how the end product looks.
Yeah.
And then there's some things that are more difficult than others. Like we've shot training videos in North Stradbroke Island, where we've got people jumping off cliffs, and we've got things happening in the water. So, there's some amazing stuff that we've shot for them.
No, but what I mean is actually, is there a shortage of any particular...
Oh, look, I don't think so.
No?
These days, technology is getting so some people are shooting stuff with their mobile phones.
Yeah, right.
And you can trick that up in the edit suite and make it look nice.
Right.
So I don't think there's really a shortage of anything, to be honest with you. There's some real talented people out there that we work with, so I don't think there's...
Okay.
I think the industry's pretty healthy with good professional operators.
But is there... Okay, here's a good one. I always say this when I interview a musician, and because I'm old, I always... everyone actually, now you can record on GarageBand on your phone.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping me making a professional sounding record on my phone, put down some drums. I could actually do it. You can make dance music and everything, But the cool thing is that not everyone has actually a cool vision. That's the cool thing. And everyone has a camera now and you can make an ad, but it's really nice to know that not everyone can actually do it.
Well, some people can do the base things from home computers, but there's a lot of times too where people think, I don't need someone professional to make an ad, I'll make it myself. And then they end up with us anyway half the time, because you still have to get it approved by Free TV, who's the governing body of all, and they classify the ad. And then you've got to deliver it electronically to whatever stations you want it on, and there's broadcasts there's HD and 4K specs for all of that and all that sort of stuff. So, sometimes they can make their own ads, but there's backyard operators out there that do some pretty cool things. But I think at the end of the day, you get what you pay for, Drewy. You sort of pay peanuts, you get the monkeys sometimes.
Right.
And I think that with us, we want to just nail it, get it right the first time. And things like today is just what you're paying for, is to have someone there that knows your business, knows your history, knows your product, and then knows how to turn a negative into a positive. So I think we just got through with that today.
Do you feel like the little sign business I'm in?
Yeah.
We've never advertised anything ever. So Instagram and Facebook does, and that's free, totally free. I don't even Google free advertise like I did when I was doing marketing at Titan there. It's a different product. But do you feel that in TV? Do you feel the market is getting smaller? Or?
Yeah, it really is. And I think in your game, because of who you are, because you're such a popular, honest, decent bloke, people, there's, word of mouth is massive in anyone's life. And I think because you're so good to deal with and you've got such an amazing product that's fresh, that you are going to be super successful without any advertising, because of the nature of what you do, the cost of your product, who you're marketing it to, what else you do, and the other aspects of your life that can enhance that side of your sticker business.
Right.
Like you're playing a band and you work for Titan, and you've got that many connections that will tell someone else. But in our game, I think because technology is so clever, there's not many jobs in our industry in any major city, really. So I think, I think it is. I think it is a limiting career sometimes in this game, but it's still alive and healthy. And whilst we've got sales departments and whilst we've got advertisers, we've got commercial production. So that's where we're different to a production house, because we support our sales teams.
Okay.
So.
And there's something cool about, I know why my old man chooses Titan, because he likes to feel like he's in with Channel 9, and the perks you get going to State of Origin with you, and there's something really cool for business.
That's as rare as hen's teeth, those tickets.
Oh, I know it, and I probably shouldn't tell everyone, but you know what I'm saying? That's why my old man, who's from the old school of business, thinks that's cool as hell, because he's like a do-it-yourselfer dude.
Well,
but he loves telling everyone, no, we get Jenny Webb at Channel 9, blah, blah, blah,
The thing is, though, is that he does that because Channel 9's probably the one that he watches when news breaks or whatever. He probably goes to 9 because he feels familiar and he trusts the brand. And I think what I do is just a bonus for him. But aside from that, I mean, I think he probably loves Channel 9 because we're the leader. So, and I know he advertises on probably 5 other stations, but he feels a closer connection to us because of the relationship that we've all formed. So, he wouldn't have that same relationship. Well, he doesn't have that relationship with anyone else because he uses an agency to book his airtime. It's only me that he deals with at a TV station.
I just heard of something. You said the words Ian Chapman before, right?
Yeah.
I think he was the guy that actually created the concept. Was he the one? I remember was he the one that was before you? Do you remember that? It was a different agent. I remember there was only one ad that the dad and son at Titan did, and it was like a bunch of still photos.
Yeah, no, I do remember that.
Pretty sure.
I don't know. I can't remember who it was.
I'm pretty sure it was a guy called Ian Chapman, and you said it on the phone on the way up here, and I went, could it have been that guy? I don't know. I don't know whether I should even say it now.
Well, I'm not sure it was, but I mean, he does good work. But yeah, I think he wasn't the. When we started off the Titan, that's where the car kangaroo hopped up the driveway and turned into the Thunderbird. Yeah. And drove out.
That's it. But the dad and son thing was only started like by someone created that concept.
Yeah.
And I got the feeling it might have been him, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Don't know.
Okay, forget it.
Don't know. I don't like to talk about my competitors.
Oh, is it a competitor?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm only saying that, but no.
Well, he got the sack, so it doesn't matter. We found someone better, apparently.
Thanks for sticking with me for all
exactly.
these years.
It's 18 years.
Yeah, right.
Isn't it?
Well, it's a long time.
It's 19... I'm fairly sure it's the year 1999.
And what about the last ad, hey? That was your idea, and we've had a few complaints, haven't we?
Yeah.
Because we've got suggestive, sexy girls in the ad with barbecues and
little do they know.
That was your idea, and I have to keep a lid on you sometimes.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, it was going to be they were in the spa bath.
Yeah. Well, what does that conjure up? You want to make X-rated ads.
I know.
And so yeah. You've got a creative mind like a bloody a big toy box or a big lolly jar. Well,
I like to think of sheds as like we're selling beer to blokes. You've heard me say that 100 times.
Hey, hang on a sec.
Well, that's good. That's good you're here.
I won't get that approved. You need to come pull that in a bit, those reins, So, yeah, you're...
Well, and you know what? And the two girls we had in the ad, no, it was only a half a second that they were just dancing, but they are, by nature, suggestive women. It's not like...
It's not the first time we've had the play Penthouse pet in our Titan TV. I think Morgan's been in our ads about at least half a dozen times.
I love her.
And she just happens to appear by magic, doesn't she? She's like, poof, and suddenly she's in the shot. But anyway, it's all in people's imaginations, the last one.
Yeah.
Did we really see that girl at the barbecue?
I did.
You did. No one else did. So yes, sometimes you're my greatest challenge when we do the father and son ads because you're so naughty that I'm like, oh my god, you can't say that. So I'm trying to pull you down from the clouds.
No, well, in all seriousness, like when people may complain about what we're trying to say in an ad, lots of the times we're so confused by it because we're just trying to put colour in the ad sometimes, and maybe the the girls we know. Scarlett Morgan and Hayley, they're just curvy. So maybe it conjures up a different picture. We're just trying to find girls that will actually do the ad in the same and have a good time like we do, right?
Oh, so hang on a sec. You don't choose them because they're curvy?
I didn't notice.
Yeah, you just No,
we're selling beer to blokes. I worked in sales forever, and a good 90%, I'm going to say 98%, of the guys that sign the checks to buy this steel shed product is a dudes. They want to put a truck in there.
But that's why we made those. We made the testimonial commercial, so the women at home know that you're not just a bunch of dirty old perverts.
Yeah.
That the ones that actually have bought Titan sheds, and we've had a whole series of testimonial style, which today's one was as well. And then every now and again we throw in a naughty father and son one.
It must have been wild in the old days. Do you remember, Hogues? Have you ever seen Paul Hogan show and stuff? Like Delvine Delaney in really small shorts, and they'd zoom right in on a bum.
But that was before anything had to become politically correct. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it must have been crazy in the street.
Yeah.
Like, if that was the standard then, and now you watch it and you go, oh, you can't do that. God, what was it like outside the pub?
Oh, God, it would... the old days were so much more fun because you could kind of do what you like, and now you can't do anything. You got to think about risk assessment and discrimination and bloody... Yeah. You know, we just did all this e-learning stuff at work. And, oh, my God, the modules that you had to do is... I got so excited, I thought, yes, I'm 83% through this. That's only taken an hour. That's fantastic.
Really?
Then they go, Jen, do you realise there's 12 of those? And it's just like, oh, my God.
What, that's just like...
It's all on HR stuff, like...
Wow.
Understanding the implications of what happens on social media, like...
Wow. I suppose they have to... And if they don't teach it to you, then they could be liable.
Exactly right. So just some of the stuff behind that is like, wow. So, yeah... It's a bit like when you come from the naughty era.
Yeah.
It's like, I hope you don't take offence to this, but...
Yeah, because it doesn't sound offensive to me.
No.
We've got two girls holding sausages standing around a barbecue in little shorts.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, I think them pretending they were barbecuing was probably safer than having them in the spa bar.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you?
Oh, yeah. Geez, what would they have worn?
Would you have been in the
Jen,
spa?
where are we now? Here's a place you know all too well. Where are we?
You know what? We are at the merge of the Gateway Arterial and the M1 in Brisbane.
You been here before?
It sucks. It is dreadful.
How many times have you been in this little bottleneck here?
I couldn't tell you how long. You know, it's just so screwed up, this infrastructure in Brisbane. I'm not kidding. It's just insane.
It's crazy.
The traffic is nuts.
Look how many cars, though. That's what I was saying on the way up. I remember in 99 when we would have done the first ad.
It's not even peak hour, but it's 2:37.
How I had to drive to the sprint car race shed at Newstead every day. And that was when the highway was 2 lanes, and then they, just started digging it up to make it a 4-lane on either side highway. Yeah, right. So I remember the old highway, 2 lanes on one side, 2 lanes on the other side, and they weren't even close to each other sort of thing.
Well, you grew up just down the road here. I mean, what was there then, 2 lanes?
Yeah. This was all...
There's no gateway.
No gateway, but then look at it now, like it's already full. And that's only 17 years or something. Do
you want to know something funny? So, like, I live on the coast and work in Brisbane, so that... And I know I choose to do that, right? So I've tried living in Brisbane, but I need to be near the ocean. But anyway, so on a good run, you can do that in an hour and 15. And I stay at a mate's place sometime at Bulimba, 20 minutes from Channel 9, and that can take me 50 minutes to get to work. So I may as well live on the Gold Coast.
Really?
And wake up on the weekends there.
But just morning crap traffic.
Yeah, but in Newcastle, I've forgotten that everywhere's so close. Like my dad lives near the inner city and some other friends that I stay with. So I can grab a coffee and not even take one sip and I'm at work. It's 5 minutes to get to work. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. So, and you're right when infrastructure. So if I go to Japan every year, there's millions of people, but they all get trains. And even the cars they drive are small. Yeah. But you'll never be in bottlenecks like the one we just were. Like we have to drive alone. Our thing is I've got a car. I'm never going to do... Remember they tried to do lane sharing, what it was called?
Oh, my God.
What a load of horse shit.
The T2 and the T1. That's the only place we don't have a traffic problem now, where that extra lane is.
Hey, Barry from accounting, could you pick me up, mate, every day? Yeah. And I'll give you $20, but sometimes I'll forget. So, and then I've got to smell your BO every morning, and then I'll look at your car.
Well, what about this? Yeah, I'll catch the train. It's only $22 one way.
Yeah.
Like, who made up that price?
I don't know. It's like, it should be $2, and everyone will go. And then the road will be clear.
Yeah, and for heaven's sake, don't run it from the airport. That would be way too stupid, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's like $60. Well, the last time I did that from the airport to the Gold Coast, it was $60.
Yeah.
And it was, how much is petrol? Maybe $20?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
To cost to less than that?
But not only that, like I caught the train from Varsity Lakes to South Bank, and, you know, you go into the quiet carriage part, and the... On jumps this sort of pack of young guys, like, you know, group of 4 guys, and you suddenly feel really vulnerable. Like,
They could have been drinking bourbons.
Well,
and
you just don't know. They sort of look, and you're just wondering, wow, okay, what happens here? Like, when you're not used to catching a train, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's not our culture at all.
No.
We're still in the I've got to drive somewhere.